All right. Hello everyone. My name is Alex Cook. I am in my sophomore year here at UMSL, and I currently intern with the St. Louis Blues, which, if you are not aware for any reason, is the NHL team located here in St. Louis. Oh yeah. Oops, sorry. Oops. Roles and duties. My role is called a stats runner. Very simple role. Only there during the games. Not very involved. I get to watch the game, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, let's get into it. So my main role, bring lineup sheets to the radio people, TV people, PR people, upper management. And when I say upper management, I mean like our GMs, general managers, assistant GMs, scouts, any other coaches that may be up there that aren't on the bench. And a quick note, PR stands for player relations, which are the people like during the players' interviews and whatnot. They're kind of standing around them, making sure nothing that shouldn't be said is said, or any for any reason certain questions that may be asked. So yeah, something along those lines. But um, then during the intermission, we bring the stat sheets to the same people as well as the TV trucks, which are located underneath the concourse. So, like, if you're just at a game and you're walking around, um, underneath of you, if you're on like the first level, is open. That's where the locker rooms are. There's like select seating down there, things like that. Um, but yeah, that's where a lot of kind of behind the scenes things that you may not think about go on. So it's really neat that when you see it in person. And then after the game, we bring the final stat sheets to the PR people again, as well as FanDuel Sportnet, FanDuel Sports Network people, which is formerly known as Bally Sports. They just had a rebrand because they went bankrupt or something like that. And then anything else that they may need that we can do, we'll definitely do for them. As I mentioned, it's not a super high stress role. It's pretty simple. So we got a lot of free time. So if they for some reason need anything that we can do, we'll definitely do it. Establish goals. Definitely network. I'll mention this quite a few times, and that during this, networking is incredibly important. Definitely become more comfortable with the people I see every game. In my second season there, I think I said that, but you see the same people over and over again. So, and you kind of build relationships naturally, but others they don't because they're there to work. So, if you want to talk to them, you just want to make sure you're not bothering them and then ask them a question. But everyone's super nice, so it's not something difficult, but it can be a little bit intimidating. Um, Learn more about what goes on behind the scenes. Again, this is something you'll hear later on, but there's so much that goes on. And then, of course, just soak in as much info as possible. You'll learn a lot when you get an internship for sure. You'll learn a lot of things you didn't know. So you definitely want to soak it in. It'll help you out. Did I achieve my goals? I think I've definitely met a couple more people this year. Again, obviously the season's still going on. Um, so yeah, still got a little bit of time left. It's only like a quarter of the way through. So uh yeah, and then I'm still learning every game, learning a lot more about the organization as time goes on. There's certain things you don't really think about until at certain points when you're kind of exposed to them. So yeah, I think I'm on a good pace to achieving my goals for sure. And it's good and it's a really good idea to set some before you begin. What I learned, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, and I cannot stress that enough. What you may think, I'd say times that by like 10. It's nuts. There's literally, as it says here, there is a job for literally everyone. So it's pretty crazy. There's still a lot of people there late in the night working. Um, Everybody knows everybody, at least in the hockey world. Again, I've only internship with the Blues, so um, of course, other sports people know each other from playing against or with each other, but I think hockey is a little different as there's so many guys who grew up together. So yeah, you want to be one of the people that a lot of other people. Um, Job definitely has its perks as well. We get paid, which is great. I'm very thankful for that. Get to go in the locker room, see the players, be by the players, the coaches, um, see a lot of things that normal I'm normal people, quote unquote, don't get to see. So it's super cool. My biggest takeaways, again, professional sports teams are absolutely well-oiled machines. It's really amazing just to like think about. And if any of you guys in the future get in with a professional sports team like the Cardinals or the Blues, you'll definitely see that and you'll be like, whoa, it's pretty crazy. Um, we're around a lot of influential people, um, a lot of former athletes, former NHLers, St. Louis Legends, all these guys, the players. So many people played in the league or some facet of professional hockey. So um, you definitely cannot act like a fan um, when you're in there because they're there to work majority of the time. So they don't want to be bothered by stuff like that. And it's an overall fantastic experience. I love it. I'm super grateful to be in the spot I'm in. And yeah, growth. Definitely want to have a better understanding of the roles. There's still a lot of things that I don't know that I want to know and learn about. Maybe find something I'm genuinely interested in. As it says here, a better grasp of what I may be interested in. There's so many different routes you can go, so um, don't rush yourself. Again, understanding network is king. Um, Nowadays, it can be kind of difficult to get a job, so um, I think knowing people is a little bit more important than maybe schooling to a degree. So yeah, definitely network. Professionalism, as I said, you got to act professional. You can't act like you're a fan. Those guys are there to do their job, and while they're doing it, they're focused on that. So when I say fan, I mean like the players or the management. So it's super important to, always remain professional. What I would tell my younger self, follow your passion, of course, pave your own path. Nothing's impossible. You can do anything you want, unless it genuinely is. Um, Always soak in loads of info. You'll learn so much over your time, and especially in class with Dr. B. Just engrave some of this info in your head and ask questions. People aren't always just going to tell you things. They're not going to know that you want to know. So it's always important just to ask, like, hey, why does this do that? Or, how does this work? And things like that. So it's super important. Advice for incoming students, again, network. I'm not going to go over it, but just network. You'll learn over time. Always do your homework. Don't fall behind. Pay attention, of course, and listen to Dr. B. Oh no, crap. Sorry. Listen to Dr. B. She knows a lot more than you. I apologize for that. Um, yeah, but just listen to her. She knows way more than you do, and she's got a lot of really good info for you. So always listen. And advice for current students, keep pursuing your dreams. Definitely find what you love and enjoy the process. Uh, you got a long, not long, but you've got plenty of time. So, don't rush yourself. Um, just enjoy it. Advice about sport management, stay on top of your work, listen to the podcast because some of them are really great info. And again, take any advice you can get. Um, this world is foreign to a lot of people, so um, being able to have a step on other people with certain things can pay massive dividends in the future. Conclusions, definitely find your niche. Uh, I think there's something for everyone within the sports world. Follow your passions, of course. I think loving what you do is super important and always just get good grades. Stay on top of your schoolwork. Don't let that be another thing you have to stress about. So then you can focus on, your internship or the real world, making money, doing whatever. So, you know, don't let that be a problem. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for listening.